So here we go, more examples of calculations with the perimeter of sectors. Just bear in mind that the perimeter of the sector involves the arc as well as two rays coming from the center of the circle. Of course, the rays are your radius or your radii. So the first step we're going to do is identify what fraction of the circumference there is for each of the sectors. Alright, so for example, you could tell straight away that this is a quarter of the circle, so the fraction involved is a quarter over here. The fraction involved over here is 1/8. So because 8 of these make up one whole circle, so the fraction here is 1/8. Okay, the fraction here. Now we know that 6 times 6 gives you 36. So 6 times 360 gives you 360. So we know that this is only 1/6 of the whole circle. Now this one is pretty obvious. That's 3/4. So all you have to do, alright, is to find the length of the arc, is to multiply the fraction with the circumference of a circle. I start with the hardest example here, and that's 3/4. So we're just going to take 3/4 multiplied by the circumference of the circle. Now you can see over here that the radius is given as 12 centimeters. Bear in mind, for the circumference of the circle, you have if you are calculating using the radius, that's 3.14 times 2 times the radius. So that's 3.14 times 2 times the radius. In this case is 12. All right. So now, how does this work out? It's quite straightforward actually. We're going to take 3.14 times 2 times 12 and then times 3 and then divide by 4. Alright, so let's work it out. 3.14 times 2, 3.14 times 2 times 12, that's equal to 75.36 times 3/4. So we're just going to multiply 3 with 75.36 and then we're going to divide by 4. 75.36 times 3 divide by 4. That gives us 56.52. Now, because we are measuring the perimeter, which is a length, the unit is 56.52 centimeters. Right? Over here we have another sector. In this case, the fraction is 1/6. So we're going to take I forgot to add these in. So we have not finished with this section over here. We have only found the arc. We're just going to add in the two radii over here. So 56.52 plus 12 and 12, that gives me 24. So the perimeter equals to 56.52 plus 24, that gives me 80.52 centimeters. Alright, now for this one over here we have the arc is 1/6 of the entire circumference, so the length of the arc is 1/6 times 3.14 times 2 times the radius, which is 12. Alright. And you can take it, you can see over here 3.14 times 2 times 12 is exactly the same as this expression over here. So therefore we know that that's 16 times 75.36. So that's 75.36 divided by the number at the bottom, divided by 6. That gives me 12.56. Okay, so to find the perimeter, we have to add in the radii, or the two radiuses. So that's 12.56 plus 24. That gives us 36.56. So that's your final answer. 36.56. That's your perimeter.